Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. Welcome back once again to our blind playthrough of Blueprints. We're going into day 101, though technically, as I've been sort of reminding you a lot lately, this because I've missed 2 days in the game, this is technically my 99th actual day. It's day 101 in the game, but the actual number of days that I have played in the game is 99, which means that tomorrow is technically my actual 100th day in the game. It sort of just gives an opportunity to celebrate 2 different 100s in a sense. So we're in kind of an interesting and a good position today. So because of Moon Pendant, I'm starting with Sledgehammer and Metal Detector. Thank you very much. I am also starting with Keycard, which I love. That is a great start to the day because I managed to call it a day in Break Room again, my good old standard. And on top of that, 33 gems and a bit of extra cash as well. So that's not a bad start to the day. In terms of my goals today, I think kind of, same goals that I've had for the last couple of days, which is if I can get more blue memos, and I'm getting very close to the end, I think, of the blue memo quest. The main collection of blue memos that I have to get is actually now in the later classrooms. So I'd actually really love to be able to get Schoolhouse in the West Path today. But I do still have the ever elusive Chamber of Mirrors to get. I haven't managed to get the blue memo in that one too. It might prove to be difficult or it might just work out. So we're really gunning for Chamber of Mirrors today. I'd love to check that one off, but also the classroom ones have been really, really fascinating. So very, very keen to keep going with that. On top of that, I'm super keen. A big part of what I'd like to try at the moment, because of what I mentioned, I think about figuring out I think something very, very compelling about the whole family core business. I want to get key 8. Because at the moment it's my best guess for how we unlock the family core. Whatever the family core is, I think key 8 is my best guess for how to unlock it. And I've just got a whole bunch of things to try with that, including wine cellar, including vault, including, the rooms that have file cabinets, particularly the minor room down in the underground, ladies' chamber, because it's sort of technically the 53rd room, and then maybe even things like the real treasure trove box and whatnot. I've actually added master bedroom, just like trying to think of more things. I've added master bedroom to this list as well. Anyway, so I'm really, 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 really keen to get that. And even if I can't, I'm just going to try key 8 as much as I can everywhere. And I guess if I'm able to, what I'd like to do, if I'm able to get it, is put it in coat check. I don't even really know. Is coat check more likely to come up than gallery is likely to come up? Maybe. But yeah, I think that might be something to consider. And then, of course, trying to get more treasure trove. And if I can try to get... This hasn't worked a single time yet, but I do still think it'd be really cool if I could get multiple treasure troves through the power of Chamber of Mirrors. That might be really awesome. In fact, it probably, won't be today. Oh, actually, what am I doing? I'm going to draft a little bit in here first before trying the outer room because if I can get some redraw capacity, I could make, I could be more sure of making Schoolhouse happen. Okay, so these are the big things. What I will say is, in addition to that, Something I have gone back to many times, though I don't think I would have talked about this very much. It's just something as I'm going, every now and again I get to a different point in the game. I get to a different little, let's look over here instead of at the door. I get to sort of like little points in the game, and I go back through like some of the, my notes and some of the, many photos that I have on my phone of this game. And I just kind of like look at things sometimes again with like a bit of a fresh mind. Not just with a bit of fresh mind, but as I progress further in the game, obviously I have more knowledge, I have more like references that I might be able to apply in a new way. One of the things that I've gone back to a few times throughout this playthrough, but never been able to make anything of it, is I've always suspected that there might be a hint or a clue or something going on and this might be nothing at all, but something going on in the game credits, right? And in particular, I have like 3 screenshots that I go back to every now and again, and it's the special thanks, which has, so it has things that are real, like I know, some of these things are like real things, but I've always wondered, like, could this arrangement in this first page of the special thanks, for example, it has like Daniel Mullins, Andrew Shoodice, Cyan, Out of the Blue Games, White Raven, and Mazecast. And I've just looked at this every now and again and gone, like, could this arrangement actually be used in a puzzle as well? Because there's several things here that are color related. Cyan, Out of the Blue, White Raven. On top of that, there's the word dice and the word cast. And, like little things like this have just caught my attention. But I've just looked at that every now and again and thought could be something, but I have never been able to make anything of it. And that is still the case. So just letting you know. Then the next page that comes up in the credits presumably is also a continuation of special thanks, but it then has a line of names, presumably, because they're all just single words. Gardiner, Smullian, Hofstadter, Borgman, Kim, and then it has a kind of a logo that is like MG cubed, which is within a cube. This is also curious to me. I have carefully Googled, these names, particularly because of Smullian, actually. That's where I started. I was like, is Smullian a name or is Smullian a thing? Is a Smullian a thing? So I Googled that up, obviously being very careful to make sure nothing about blueprints was coming up. And in none of these cases, I didn't do like deep Googling or anything. I just looked at like the, first results that come up, right? That was enough for me to find out pretty quickly that when you Google Hofstadter, you find out that is, there's a famous Hofstadter computer scientist. Borgman is a famous philosopher. And indeed, Smullian is the most curious to me because Smullian is the name of a famous mathematician magician. I don't know what's going on with the other two. I can't find, if I Google famous last names, Gardiner, I can't find anything that also seems to be related to that. It's kind of curious to me that I'm like, okay, these could be things related to, maths, science, logic, puzzles, all of that. Maybe this is literally just people who have inspired, the developers in some way or another. Like they've used some of their findings or something like that in the puzzles of the game. It could be absolutely as simple as that. And, it could be that these instances of the names that I found are actually not what this means. But it does seem to me like there's likely a collection of names that might have that meaning, right? But I don't know what Gardner and Kim relate to. And obviously, please don't let me know. This is the extent that I've sort of allowed myself to kind of, Google about this so far without finding anything at all specific about this game. And then but then next to that, quite possibly the most, again, this could just be a real thing that exists because, anyway, the next most curious thing is this logo that has MG3, MG squared next to it, and it's within a square. And the square They're very small, but the square has very, very suspicious, curious little letters around it on the points, which, as far as I can tell from, the screenshot that I've been using, includes DH, MG, DB, SK, TR, and RS. And also, the cube itself has lines that are arrows that point in a certain direction. I'm trying to do my best to sort of describe this. Okay. This might just be a logo. It's part of the special thanks. I totally get that. However, I have always suspected that this game might do something cluey or puzzly in the credits because it's this game, of course. And I suppose this is another thing I've sort of wondered about. But more, what I've done sort of more recently is try to think, like, can I make any sense of these letters, like the DH, the RS, the MG, DB, SK, and TR that are around this cube? I can't. So far. So I'm just letting you know that's kind of something I've gone back to at this stage of the game, in between the last episode and now. And I've tried a couple of things. I tried going, okay, could these things relate to rooms? And I can't find any more except trophy room that relates to TR. I can't make rooms that relate to any of the other letters. So that didn't go anywhere. The next thing I thought of is metro stops. Like, could these be related to metro stops, which would sort of make sense to me as they're little points between arrows, you know what I mean? And again, aside from like Royal Station relating to the RS, I can't make anything of any of the others. So that didn't go anywhere either. That's where I'm at. I have nothing else to report. It's just something I'm thinking about. The page after that is also suspicious because it has Sinker in it. And again, this one I am not letting myself look up. I know that many of the other logos that are on the same page in the credits there with Sinker are real things, real things to do with game development. Sinker may very well also be a real thing that is to do with game development. I do not know about it. And for the time being, I would like to keep it that way. So this one I haven't been able to, I haven't been letting myself Google because I feel it's too close to this game. There's 1,000 references to Sinker in this game. I don't want to risk that one. And I suppose with that particular one, I like not knowing for the time being. Just for the time being. I like not knowing. I like wondering about it. But I know that the other things on that page are real game things. So, yeah, I don't know if what this is sort of hinting, or not hinting. Well, I don't know if, if the way to interpret this is Sinker is a real company. The reference to it in this game is a bit of a ha, like type thing. Maybe it's, like the actual developers of this game have some relationship to a real company called Sinker and it's that kind of reference. Or is it inserted into the credits because it only relates to the diegetic Sinker from this game, for some reason. Maybe it's just a joke. I don't know. However, I'm just kind of letting you know that that's something I've been wondering about. I suppose on balance, the most suspicious thing is the cube to me, but I haven't figured out a way, if there's a way of interpreting it, I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know what MG refers to, but I'm just kind of every now and again as I progress through this game turning my mind back to it. So let's turn our mind now to some drafting. And it was really interesting to learn a little bit more about just the concept of architectural drafting in this game from one of the blue memos in the science classroom. I really loved that because it's a central freaking mechanic. It's the whole thing that this game rests on. It's the magic. It's the magic meets mechanics in this game. It's the law meets mechanics aspect in this game, sort of the core of it. So it's really interesting to hear them actually talking about what it's meant to be. And it's like, temporal anchoring and spatial suspension. It's very cool to get those, just to hear them talk about those concepts as an actual way that you within this, as a character within this game, that you think about what being an architect and doing architecture means in this context. Yeah, so that really tickled me. Okay, now, what are we doing? We're pretty good for gems. So the nook would, in a way, be the obvious thing. However, I mean, the den is just pretty good in terms of giving exits. Actually, I'm going to go workshop. I'm going to see what item I get from workshop. Hey. All right, that might bode very well for getting, for potentially getting jackhammer and having the option for getting a lot more dye at some point. All right, I find it very hard to not take the option of conservatory, even though I have, at the moment I have the rook power and the natural ability to do redraws in the corners. But I just think, conservatory always offers the possibility of a really interesting mix. Okay, locksmith, kitchen and drawing room. So locksmith is unusual. Sometimes I'm really trying to get locksmith. Of course. That's the case for a lot of the rooms, right? But it is a dead-end room, and sometimes I definitely don't need it. So would I entertain making this standard? Or am I happy with where it's currently at? Kitchen, very happy with kitchen being commonplace. I really do. I think I would say that I need it every single day. And drawing room, yeah, great room. It's just a great, it's just a great 3. I want to encourage as many of the 3 exit rooms as I possibly can, really, apart from the crappy ones. So, apart from the ones that have a bad cost. So I definitely want to leave that as commonplace, honestly. So the only one I'm really questioning is locksmith. Is locksmith worth taking to standard so that I can better avoid an issue with keys? But then, as I said, I have the problem that I could be making so many things standard that it's just, it's just sort of diluting the pool too much. And I do have other methods of making locksmith appear, like being able to, prioritize, being able to call forth shop rooms, for example, is sometimes a technique I'm able to use. So I really don't know. It's a good room, but yeah, I might keep it as unusual. I'm a little unsure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm unsure enough, I think, that I might just leave it as it is. So, but I'm happy to have the option. Okay, all right. Let's try. Oh, hey, treasure trove. Well, these are all going in the same direction anyway. So, and I don't need a rush for gems today. So yeah, hell yeah, let's do treasure trove. Let's get this. Though I don't have any keys, so I can't open the thing yet. Yeah, I don't need the money in the immediate. So I actually might leave it there for the time being, just in case I find myself in that sort of position where I want to use the laundry strategically again, and then have another pool of money I can go to after doing that, after converting my money into something, which could be converting into keys today, who knows, or gems, if I'm lucky enough to get study. All right, so here, dining room might not be too bad. Yeah, Or even commissary, so that we can, you know, head up from workshop maybe. I think I might go commissary. I think I would like to tool up as much as possible, so I sort of know what I'm working with. Okay, great. So shovel, always good. Magnifying glass, great. Hang on, I've just got to look at my phone. All right, I had to pause then for a phone call, but here we go. Here we go. Back into blueprints mode. So I do have loads of gems, but I also got loads of money, don't I? So let's buy it out. And I've got loads of money still waiting for me in treasure trove as well. There's nothing wrong with cleaning out the commissary and knowing that no matter what happens, I don't need to go back to it, you know? All right, I'm hoping, of course, without any redraw, that I can go around the corner here. Specifically north, but no. Okay, that's not happening. So none of these are good for this spot. That's okay, because we can just consider it at a dead end, and if we're going to consider it a dead end, kitchen is the best thing to put here. So at least we have kitchen. We have kitchen access. Ah, there's a little coin. I always flip that on just in case I need to use it. And today we have salmon, so the aquarium would be the thing to combine it with to get the extra steps. I am just pausing to think, should I buy these now, or, you know, potentially see if I get the salt shaker. But then again, if I don't get the salt shaker in commissary, I don't usually tend to pick it up anywhere else necessarily. I mean, I might do. I could find it in walk-in closet or something like that, or attic. But I would say, generally speaking, commissary is the main place I pick it up. So, yeah, maybe let's just buy it all out now, except for the chef salad. So we'll keep that in mind as something we could come back to if I do have, you know, lots of green rooms at some point. But definitely no other items I could see. God, it would be painful if actually the salt shaker was sitting here waiting for me. I mean, occasionally you do just find a surprise item in a room where you never normally see an item. So I'm not doing great exit wise. I really need this east side to work out for me. And I still don't have any keys, so that makes break room compelling. However, gift shop is compelling again just for the sort of the exit situation here. Yeah, and I kind of like the gift shop directly takes me to the corner where I get redraws. So I'm going to go gift shop. Even though the room itself, as far as I know, doesn't necessarily have anything for me. So let's try going straight up. So storeroom's not my favorite because it dead ends us here as well. Hallway, you know, this is an unfortunate waste of passageway, though it's the only one that actually gets me north. Whereas hallway would not get me north, but it would give me a locked trunk and at least mean I'm not... Yeah. It's not ideal. It is not ideal. But the problem is that I could put hallway here and then from hallway, once again, not be able to draft northwards. I do have key card, so... You know, there's that option, but I have no keys. It's not a good position to be going up to the foundation with no keys. No, sorry, it is very much not a good position. It's a potential disaster. So I actually am going to, you know, in inverted commas, waste passageway here, because quite frankly, I'm a little bit desperate. All right, now let's see if we can set something up nice here. Oh my God. What an unfriendly selection for the situation that I'm in. Wow. I'm really suffering without redraw potential. So I'm gonna have to go Foyer. And given the position I'm in, I'm gonna do these 2 side rooms to see what else I can get set up. Okay. So I really want observatory. However, I'm going to go lab here so that I have another way potentially north. Yeah. And this is great, of course, because I have the terminal access as well. Hello? Little coin. Okay, great. No trunk. Let's see what experiment we can get today. And I'm really keen on, if I can, getting star related. No, okay, no stars today. But, because I'm still really thinking that maybe, I'm still really thinking to what this brilliant sign in Aries Court could relate to. And it may be, because it says in sky above a brilliant sign. It might just be referring back to the Southern Cross, but the "and" at the beginning of the sentence makes me think it might not be. So I feel like it's an additional thing. And if it's an additional thing, it certainly does sound like in sky above, it relates to constellations. And if it is, it could relate to an existing constellation I already know and have. However, it could, and have access to, I mean. But it could relate to an unknown constellation beyond 50, beyond the inkwell. So I'm really, really keen to quickly build up stars again. And experiments is the best way I know to do that. Well, given that we have the key pass today, let's go with security door. I'm still really curious to experiment more with spread dirt on the driveway, because so far I've only tried this once and it spread dirt in the conference room, which was magical. No regrets, love that, but I do still want to see it in the driveway as well, and see if anything interesting comes from that. Like, allowance is good, it's a permanent change. It would be interesting to try this with the antechamber door. Like, maybe this could be helpful if I'm not able to, like, get, secret garden key or something else. I don't know. Like, more allowance is always good, but I do already have a lot. I'm going to go for this for the first time ever. I'm going to try it. Cool. Like, maybe I should have even done immediately for that one, but yeah. But then, yeah, maybe we can get more of them open through this method. It'd be really interesting to see how this works. I mean, I can already imagine how it works, but it'll be interesting to see how it works with the day. Yeah. Okay, cool. So no new staff announcements. We'll do the standard special order with shovel. Hey, Pixelini. Hello, sweetie face. Yeah, Pixel's come to visit. Remote terminal access. Yeah. For all the good of the others, I'm going to go, especially with the experiment that we just made, I'm going to go security. So we can hopefully secure some more security doors for ourselves. There's the 155 coins. We know where that is. 155. My God, it's such a good room. It's such a good room. There we go. Okay, back. Return to security menu. Exit. The reason I said that out loud is because I was thinking to myself about potentially logging in with the other password to actually maybe take a look again at some of the Alzara, prediction cutscenes, but we can't do that from here anyway. We have to do that from actual security. Okay. Again, everything is a risk now. So I could either just accept, say, putting Nook here just to literally get a couple of keys, or go conference room because it gets me forward. but then foyer is my only way forward from there. I think I'm gonna do Nook because I think I can't go on without keys. Okay. That's everything that Nook has for us though. So we'll turn back from here. I'm thinking about, for the time being, keeping this one. Hello, Pixel. Pixie. Pixie's doing some little mouse. And continuing from foyer. I don't really have the option of trying to do a foyer experiment here. I really just have to do whatever gets me forward. Okay, so hallway then, foyer, passageway to foyer to hallway is what's happening. All right, done. Because I just need the exits at this stage. Oh, we get an extra little key. That's very nice. And of course we get the benefit that hallway doors are unlocked. Might as well take this. I wish it was probably literally anything else though, because I'm not short on cash. And let's try from here. Okay, big exit rooms is what I'm after. So I really want to keep going with planetarium to, you know, to combine planetarium with telescope and get the remaining, what I think is the remaining 2 planets. But again, I need to maximize some exits here. So let's do this. Okay. And no items, but we got some gems here. Cool. And because there's a little bit of hope so far for Jackhammer, I'm gonna leave, yeah, I'm gonna leave the dig spots for the time being. Okay. Let's try from here, because this is our next best exit. Ah, this, why do you appear, like if this option had appeared in the next courtyard exit, I would take it immediately without question, because I really want to get Wine Cellar to potentially try it with key 8. But what I would have preferred is to put like this one here and ideally point it in the other direction. However, even Attic is a really, really good one. Maybe I should just put it here in case. Maybe I should just put it here in case. All right. But I think I'll leave it for the time being and come back to it. You know, let's really try hard to get gallery. I don't know how I can do that unless study shows its face for me, but yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay, this puts this section in a really difficult. This is a really difficult place to now access, but let's just see what we can make of it. It's probably going to dead end at some point. All right. Dining room gets us forward. Observatory is good here. It's the corner room. Yeah, so let's do observatory. Wonderful. We go up a star. Yeah, I think like experiments are the things that are really going to help us like get our stars back again. Oh, so this is another Southern Cross day. Do I have this one written down? I don't. I'm trying to make really careful notes for myself about exactly which days the Southern Cross appears, so that because I think I need to know this information for the Aries Court puzzle. So what I have from the notes that we get on the constellations. Hey Vixie, you jumping up? Hey, you gonna jump up? Yeah, do a big jump. He's gonna jump. He's gonna jump, everybody. Yes, he did a big jump onto the desk. Good boy. Good boy, darling. Yeah, so we know from the lists that we see in the planetarium, we know what constellations are available basically on all of the days with up to 25 stars. Then we have big gaps. So we know... Oh, Pixel just fell off the desk because he stepped on He actually stepped on my blueprints notebook, which was a little bit off the desk. Oh, okay, all right. Let's clean up the chaos here. All right, notes retrieved. Pixel fine. Pixel fine, just dignity slightly damaged. Anyway, yeah, so I have all of those ones noted down. That is day 5, 13, no, sorry, not day. That is days with 5 stars, 13, 16, 25, and 25, sorry. I also know that 40 stars, when you have 7 different constellations, that indeed includes the Southern Cross. And I'm guessing, I think, that 55 stars would include the Southern Cross plus the Inkwell. So now I know that 36 is another number of stars that includes the Southern Cross, so that's great. That's very handy knowledge for me, but also everything here is wonderful. Good for steps, good for chests, good for gems, good for key, and Southern Cross gives us hopefully a useful sort of exit kind of situation. Okay. Now the thing I always wonder about this is the next, like if I draft from here, am I going to get a 4-door selection? And obviously that's really not very useful. But then again, I have nowhere to draft from where that would be useful except going up to Foundation. So there's that. I could just choose to turn around at this point. I do have 4 keys, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I might just try one more, because even if this dead ends, that's something I can live with. Yeah, there we go. So a 4-door option, but one that I do not want to take. Well, Drafting Studio is really, as far as I can tell, it is now only a room that moves me forward. You know, I have nothing else to select in there, so I don't know if there's anything else to be gained from this room apart from just using it for access. It does move me along the next spot. How valuable is that? I don't know, given that I can do the rest of the drafting from Foundation anyway. So I could just put Clock Tower here so that at the very least we get keys for tomorrow, right? I actually think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to go Clock Tower. We'll go and see if Clock Tower has any items for us. I mean, the other benefit of Drafting Studio, of course, is that you can see the pattern. Nice. Okay, just money. You can see the pattern of the Great Hall. However, I think I can kind of usually live without that at this stage. I just want to look out sometimes at this thing. This little tower with the moon on it. But also the rest of the house. It's so interesting to see the roof. Like, what is this meant to be? It's not the dovecote, because I know what that looks like, because we see the dovecote in the house in the mansion at the end of the day when we call it a day, if we've drafted it. There we go. We can see the satellite on, like, basically the full view of the satellite, I think, from here. That's pretty cool. Pixie's behind me trying to play with a box. It's so interesting to just get this view of the house. How about out here? Look at this. Isn't this odd that this has these 2 planks in it? Is that actually the conservatory? I don't know. No, that's the conservatory. What have we got next to conservatory? Workshop? if anything, that's the conservatory, right? Could this be workshop? Or is it unrelated, you know? Is this the top of entrance hall? And out here we can barely see. No, very high mountains though. Very high mountains. Okay. So that's nice for tomorrow. Thank you, tomorrow room. And I don't think that's I don't think this is a terrible spot to dead end. Great. Okay, so from here, let's try drafting from hallway, and that might be that might be the turnaround point, because that might dead end, you know what I mean? And that might mean, yeah, there's no more we're doing in this part of the house anyway. Let's risk it. Okay, all right, then. Vault is one of the other ones I really want to try if I'm able to get key 8. So I might take the same approach I did with wine cellar and go, hey, even though this cuts off access, well, all it does is kind of seclude the southern half of the house from the north half of the house, and that's something I can live with. It does give me the opportunity to try it though. So let's do it. Let's do it. I was ready for this possibility. I might grab this money, to be honest, because it's a wee portion of money compared to what we have in Treasure Trove. Ace. And yeah, there's nothing else, is there? Yeah. Again, it would be useful if I get showroom. Okay. Ooh, doesn't this look good? Like the view down foyer, looking at the tantalizing blue drafting, you know, Mount Holly symbol. Oh, by the way, that's the other thing. That's what I forgot to mention. That's the other thing that was making me think about the credits as well, because the credits has this symbol, you know, unsurprisingly, the credits has this symbol, this blue Mount Holly drafting symbol, in the background, you know, very prominently throughout everything. So it's just something else I was considering, like, you know, relationship with Blue Door. Okay, great. Money. Could I get another kind of thing? Okay, keys. Great. Actually super great and useful. I suppose the only thing that I haven't done down here now is dig spots, pick up the gems in Wine Cellar, pick up the cash in Treasure Trove, and draft here. I reckon I might try redrafting here and seeing if we can use this potential to get study. Oh, okay, hello, it's Locksmith. Well, that's useful, though my key count is pretty good now. It's not bad. Of course, I might still have a lot of issue with it. Yeah, and I've also got the experiment going that might open the antechamber doors for me anyway. Yeah, so I think we can live without that. I think I can live without any of these because I've got a really good amount of gems. So let's redraw. Yeah, let's redraw again. Not the most compelling things in the world. Attic is a good one. Attic is a good one and could be really, really helpful. Could be really, really helpful. But I'm tempted to just... I have no redraws though, that's the thing to keep in mind. After all of this, after drafting half a household just about, I have no redraws. But I really would love to get study. So I'm going to try one more time. Okay, so be it. In that case, what's the most useful thing I could get here? You know, more steps, more gems. I think I'm going to go break room to see what kind of it, because I could get a helpful key. I could get a helpful key. And more keys might be useful anyway, because if I get a very, very locked door house, yeah, you know, 7 might not even do it. We could get secret garden key, we could get prison, you know, anything could be useful. Silver key, super useful. All right. So 20 plus 3, I'm just pulling my calculator up, 23, and then minus 3, and then multiplied by 3, and then divided by 6, so 10. 60 to 10. Cool. Ooh, okay. The last one was quite simple. This one is giving me a lot. Okay, so we're ignoring this one, and we've got a lot of halves and a lot of doubles. All right, so we just have to, this is more like just be careful, be observant. Okay, so, and we're rounding as well, that's the other thing. So this one is half of 18, and we're rounding after both of these, aren't we? We're rounding after everything in the same circle. So this is 9, and this is 2 times 14, so 28 plus 9, 37, and then we're rounding to the nearest 10, so 40, I believe. This one we're not doing. This one is half, so plus 4, 44. That's it, and then we're just rounding back down to 40. And then these 2, this one is half, excuse me, that was just me resettling in my chair. So we're, yeah, plus 3.5, 43.5, and then this one is double, so plus 20, 63.5, which we're just rounding to 60. This one has nothing in it, and then we're just doing 60 divided by 20. I'm doubling it in this direction, in this order, aren't I? So I think it's 60 divided by 20, which gets us 3. Yeah? Hey! Good. Alright, 2 regular keys, that's fine. That's useful. That is greater key security. Okay, all good. All good. So, at this stage I might as well go to the outer rooms. Like, I've got one more day with Blessing of the Monk, so hang on, let's make sure I don't forget to do this. Put money in my fountain bank. Let us... Yeah, would it be worthwhile getting Shrine to, like, renew this? Would the money... What have I learned about the money in there? Was the money still in there on a later day or not? I don't know. Either way, maybe tomorrow we can renew Shrine anyway. Okay, so it's giving me that option. It's giving me that option. I have no redraw ability, so there's nothing I can do about this. It's Tomb, Shrine, or Hovel. I definitely do not need Hovel. I'm fine. I need steps more than I need gems, for sure. So it's Shrine or Tomb. Okay, I just had to pause for a sec. What does Tomb get me? Tomb just gets me money, really. But redraw die. Redraw die is actually the other thing. I don't know if I do Shrine now, if I'm going to be able to create another blessing, or if it will, if that money will still be sitting there from my existing blessing. So I feel like I might as well do Tomb, because if nothing else, I'll just get 2 redraw die from it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Because we still have the Blessing of the Monk for today, and quite frankly, maybe I'll use it. Yay. Okay. I don't know about, like, Oh, there's a dig spot as well. Oh, hell, let's just do it. Rock, okay. at least, yeah, it doesn't relate to anything much. It's really just a bonus. Hey, Pixie! I don't know if you can hear him. He's doing his big mouse in the background. Yeah. I suppose while I'm here, I just... Oh, is it the key you're talking about? It is the key you're talking about. Yeah, I figure I might as well just pick this up again in case it's useful for anything, like lost and found, a dummy item or something like that. Cool. Might be some other dig spots. I didn't see anything, but we'll leave it for now. Okay, and I have actually just remembered though, while I'm here, although it will use a few steps, I just in case things go haywire today, like let's go and open up the treasure trove chest now. It's worth it. Of course, I've got to use the steps to do this, but yeah, it's worth it. And you know. Okay, brick. I figure I might as well do that one as well. Okay. Ooh, alright. So this one is 29. It is a pink moon box. Interesting. Use the key. Ho ho ho. Hello, Pixie. I heard you were doing some big mouse. Yeah. Are you going to come up and join us again? Are you going to jump up on the desk? Yeah. Are you going to do a big jump? Yes, he did it. He did it, everybody. Pixel. You did great. You did great, Baba. Are you going to hang out with us? He's going to hang out with us. Okay, fantastic. So, what have I got here? There is an antechamber lever hidden in the drawing room. I'd be very surprised, my friend. So this is a green note. Now, let me just... I think this is the case, but let me just double check and remind myself. This one, what did we learn? Pink boxes with moon are lies. That's one of the rules I'm so far seeing is consistently correct. So, you know, and I think on the face of it, we can assume that this is a lie as well. Antechamber, I'm just writing it down anyway, even though it's a big lie. Antechamber lever hidden in the drawing room. And I will mark that down as a lie because I'm pretty sure it is. Now, in addition to that, what is the other thing that we've learned recently? Box number 22 said the next 3 green memos will be true, but that was a lie, so could be taken as would be lies. But I think that we've already used those up. We've had, since then, 1 green memo, 2, 3. Yeah, so we're beyond that now anyway. That's done. In addition to that, oh sorry, I've twice hit my pen on the microphone stand. I'm sure that you're used to that by now. In addition to that, box number, what is it? Box number 19 told us that the next 4 boxes marked by a moon would contain false statements. So that is next 4. So since then we have had 1 moon box, 2 moon boxes, 3 moon boxes, and indeed this is the 4th one. So I'm just marking that down. That one has also manifested. This is the 4th The fourth moon-based lie. So that's cool. Both of those things that we heard about recently are done. I know nothing is gonna be there. I know nothing is gonna be there. Look, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it just in case. I can't see that I need that money in the immediate. I have enough to buy out the showroom. I've already bought out, you know, kitchen and commissary, like, yeah. So at least I think it's more useful to have that as like backup money in case I use laundry. Cool. All right, well, let's head on up. Let us head on up. Something I have been thinking about is like, because occasionally when I'm coming to the day, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking through my strategies, you know, for how could I make this happen? How could I do something useful here? You know, how could I make, hey, Pixel, how could I make this more likely? Sorry, that was kisses. Kisses for Pixel. He needs kisses. Something I think is like, oh, you know, like, for example, it would be good to get armory again, to try and cut the gem cost or something like that, or even to get the morning star to get more stars. Or I've even thought, like, could I try using the banner of the king again to make study more likely, you know, choosing blue rooms or something like that. However, what I'm a little bit stuck on at the moment is obviously to change from my current power, the resilience of the rook, I would have to once again, you know, get all of the chess rooms. It's not necessarily super difficult, but it's not necessarily easy. It can't be, you know, it can be done for sure, but it can't be guaranteed. The thing I'm a little bit afraid of is that if I do that, does my door to Ares Court disappear? And like, what if I switch from rook back to king? Does the door remain? If I switch to ambition of the pawn, does the door disappear? And if the door disappears, the problem for me is, well, hang on, what if I want to try solving the Ares Court puzzle? Like, because I might just go, oh, you know, like, let's give it a go now. Like, I'm kind of happy with trying something. And then I don't want to have to, like, work hard to get the chess thing all over again. And I know that to get it open, at least as far as I know now, I need to go from king to rook. I don't, you know, so it's possibly like even like a 2-stage thing. So yeah, anyway, that's just to say I'm a little reluctant, as useful as it would be, to try and change the chess power at the moment. All right, well, because we have foyer, Great Hall will all be open. So this is actually really good. Let's get this here, and this gets us a lot of exits. Nice and easy. So that's the door. This is the little fake room. That is an antechamber lever that I... Hang on. What if I... What if I do bypass a security door, but I already have some of the antechamber doors open? Will it not give me the experiment then? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter, so we might as well just open this. Yeah, I can't see any benefit to even... Yeah. I can't see any reason to worry about that. What is this stick doing here? Why are you here, stick? Okay, key. That's nice. Probably have enough keys now. And I'm just going to open you for the fun of it. Alright. Enjoy being open, door. Okay, now from here. I still have so little redraw potential. So little. So, I mean, I could already... You know, so I have... The only blue memo that I have the option to go for today is Chamber of Mirrors. So, in a sense, I have 4 goes at it. And Chamber of Mirrors would be so good to get because I might be able to get a double treasure trove out of it. You know, that's the thing. But the other main goal for me is to try and get gallery. And of course, towards all of those goals, getting study. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Well, I think dining room. Yeah, definitely dining room here. Cool. Might as well, because this works with aquarium. Aquarium is a room that I get all of the time, so I might as well just wait for that. Alright. I'm just kind of, I suppose for now, I'm just drafting. I'm just drafting, baby. Like, I'm hoping for study because that would make everything else easier. And you know, if I have more redraws, then I'm really gonna hammer at trying to get, you know, Chamber of Mirrors up here. Go for it. Well, might as well put Cloister here. Yeah, because it's just a really good central space for more exits. Cool, let's do that. Nice amount of dig spots in there. Aha, our first security door. 2 security doors, great. Oh, so we can, this will be really interesting. I'm really curious as well, like, is this going to give us the cutscene? Is this going to give us the cutscene for unsealing the antechamber door? Ah, okay. So we'll probably have to, maybe it's after we draft. Interesting. Oh, see, I really want to do my tunnel experiment as well, but I haven't had the opportunity. I mean, I don't want weight room. No siree. So I guess vestibule makes the most sense here. Yep. There's no reason that it just says an antechamber door has been unsealed. But which one? I don't know. That's that is so weird. That's interesting. I only know one of them has been unsealed. So I guess the only way to find out is to go there or to open one of the regular antechamber levers maybe, and then you'll be able to get the vision of which one is already open. Huh. I guess I could go to the Great Hall. Yeah, actually I could do that. I could go to the Great Hall, close this lever, and use the lever to close that door and just open it again, and I'll get the I should have the magical vision somehow of which antechamber doors are open. Interesting. Okay, well I'm gonna go down and draft from here. Okay. Laundry room would be fabulous if I am able to get study. Maybe it's worth just kind of going for it anyway. Like Rotunda will give me, access to more areas for sure, but really only one extra space, because Cloister already gets me access to the other space. So I think I might put laundry room here. It's not a bad spot for a dead end anyway. Okay. Well, I could already just get that massive amount of gems. Just in, like, optimistically hoping I see study. Unfortunately, I can't use secret passage to help me get study. I could use it to help me get showroom. However, if I did get showroom beyond secret passage, it would cut me off from. Sorry, just looking at Pixel. Pixel, you got some zoomies? You got some zoomies, Bubba? It would cut me off from going further south. And having drafting spots is, I don't know, at the moment it's like one of the best ways I can think of to try and get study or to try and get gallery. So maybe even Solarium could help me to try and get study somewhere, or to try and get gallery even. I might go solarium. I might put dead ends in both spots here. Okay, let's use the single dig spot. Nail. Haven't gotten anything useful from a dig spot so far. All good. And from here we can only go back up. Well, maybe let's try here. A key. Like, resource-wise, I'm pretty good. Resource-wise, I'm pretty good. Oh god, this sucks though. This is not a good selection. So this gets me nowhere and does nothing for me unless it's going to give me a trunk, you know, some items. Archives is dreadful. And weight room is dreadful. Weight room is dreadful. I think it could even be better here. If I lose half my steps, I will be on 30 steps. Yes, I can go to dining room to rebuild again, but it's really painful. It's really painful. I'm actually thinking of redrawing. It sucks to use. Oh, so good. It was so fortuitous. And not only is it a room I desperately want right now, when I have, oh my god, I freaking have 2 of the things on my list to try right now. And I have the minor room downstairs to try by default. So I can already, just with this, I can already try 3 of the things on my list. This is perfect. Not only is it perfect in that way, but it's also the perfect room to have on this spot, like in terms of the access it gives me. 100% gallery. 100% gallery. Thank you. Oh, at least I can now try this in every place possible to see what I can make of it. Okay. And what I'm going to do just for fun, even though I don't think this is the thing, but one of the things I suppose I have on my list is, what about trying key 8 in different house spots? Meaning, if I get a locked door, just try key 8. I really don't have much faith in that. However, I should just try everything, right? I should just try everything. So, maybe let's just try here for fun. I don't know if this will be a locked door or not, but like, let's just draft from here anyway. Okay, it is. Key 8? Nope, it's not here. As expected. I didn't think so, but gotta try. So it would be really good. Ooh, such a good selection, because I was just going to say, of course, a north and a south facing room would be ideal. You know what? Oh, no, I can't. Once again, I was thinking, this could be the day I get all the black prints, because I have tomb, but I don't. This is again the disadvantage. I do not have ambition of the rook to be able to get armory, or the knight's power to be able to get armory. So yeah. Anyway, but throne room is still great. So let's put throne room here. Beautiful. Okay, so, well, this raises the question, do I want to go and try? Do I want to go back and try some of my ideas? Like, I've got wine cellar here, I've got vault, and I can also check out, what else have I got in terms of places that have file cabinets, like laboratory. It's not high on my list, I would think, if anything. The minor room is my best guess for if it relates to a file cabinet. Archives, to be honest, would be the next one, just because of the many, many file cabinets in it. Lab would be the least of them, but it's here, so let's try it. Let's try it. Cool. I suppose the only reason I can think to wait before doing that is just because I'm one item away from being able to make the jackhammer, and my workshop is in the other half of the room. Maybe I will just do a little bit of drafting here, because there's chances that I could get green rooms here. And green rooms could deliver what I'm after. I'm actually going to draft up here because I can still access these spots from here, but if I don't do a good draw here, I could not be able to reach these two spots. Okay. So no green room, but I could put secret passage here and ask for a green room. It would mean that I'm destroying the possibility of getting Chamber of Mirrors above me. Destroying the possibility. But without having the option of study, Jackhammer would be my next best like possibility for getting redraw die. Yeah, so I might do secret passage and we'll do a green room. Like what else would I get if I do I could also go for showroom, and obviously everything about showroom is great, and I can buy it all. Showroom. Showroom would be really. The main thing I think that would be super useful in showroom, apart from Moon Pendant at the end of the day, is Ornate Compass, since I don't currently have much redrawing potential. I'm gonna bet on green. I'm just gonna see, is it possible to get broken? Okay. Well, aquarium would mean I can get more steps from the dining room straight away. However, it's not a great spot for it. So I've got spare veranda and veranda. Interesting. Which one would I privilege here? They both give me greater chance of finding items in green rooms. This one has a gem cost and this one doesn't. I guess it's just this one. I don't know if there's any actual advantage between one or the other. So let's just do this. Okay, there's coin, gem. That's it. But maybe at least it does increase the chance of being able to get, the broken, what's the word? The broken lever somewhere. Okay. Maybe it's worth here just seeing if I can redraw to get. Gotta give it a try. No, nothing. Maybe let's see if we can redraw here to get study. It would make so many things work brilliantly if I could. No. Yeah. Music room could give secret garden key. That's always a good room. It's to be honest, one of the main reasons lately I love secret garden is for the fruit, honestly. Let's redraw. I could really the blueprints gods, can you hear me? I could really do with study. Really do. really do. These are good rooms, This is redraw die. This is, who knows, many good things. This could have broken lever in it. Maybe since I'm betting on this having, this one extra redraw being able to get me study. Maybe on balance, if I don't get it, which obviously there's every chance I won't, going for the jackhammer just makes the most sense. And this could get me there. Okay, gem, key. Broken lever. No, keys. I'm probably pretty good for keys now, thank you. Oh, secret garden key though. I'll definitely take it, definitely. And A hobbyist lockpick kit. Still a hobbyist lockpick kit. And it gives me my... This is becoming very common. Getting the treasure map in this spot. Oh, interesting. Up there again. Okay. Huh. Well, it opens up the possibility of being able to get... Okay, definitely no broken lever. Okay, no worries. I tried, but that was really good. That was really good. It opens up the possibility of being able to maybe try one of my... Yeah, try another room with the treasure map. Cool. Okay. Cool. Happy with that. The great thing would be if I could, if this is locked and I could put the secret garden key here. It'd be a really good thing for this one, for this spot. But it'd also be really good over here. And I don't actually have... No, I don't. I don't have the conference room. So the fruit would be all over the place, actually. I've had conference rooms so dependably recently that I haven't had that in a while. I might... I've only got one redraw die, though. No, it's not. Oh, okay. But actually, aquarium is perfect here because that means when I pass back through dining room, we can get the steps. Yes. Okay. I like that. Pool would also be great, of course, for the trunks, but let's do this. Okay. I guess I should step in here just in case. Yeah. Okay. Compass. I don't know if you're going to be good to me or not, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. I'll come back for these two spots another time. So we're going back through gallery, cloister dining room. Cool. Okay. Great. I will leave those because I still may see the broken lever somewhere. We can get this delicious lemon glazed salmon. Yum. I like it. Okay, and into Great Hall. This is actually where I can do this. Oh, what? Hang on. Does it not show me which chamber has been opened, or did it just open the one, did it like, in inverted commas, open the one that I already had open? Okay. I don't know. Oh, and that's a security door as well. Okay, that's actually great. Well, maybe we should just do this one right now. All I'm asking really is that this is either the study or that it points towards the antechamber, because that could be super useful. Okay, in that case, let's put boudoir here because we get redraws. And... Hey, there it goes. It opened this one. Hey. That's really cool. That's the only time I've ever seen this door open like live, you know, from within an adjacent room. I literally feel like that might even be like a soundbite that I've never heard. Huh. That's kind of a cool new experience to have. Which is just always what this game does. Well, since I'm here now, let's just go in. We can draft from here as well, which is super useful. And I can also confirm that, yes, indeed, this is the door that the experiment opened for me, which was already open. Oh, I haven't done this yet. Hang on, I could have done that in throne room. So silly. Okay, that's going to waste 10 steps to go to throne room and back. I think it might actually waste fewer steps to just do it down here. I'm not sure. I think it's not that many. Okay. Alright, cool. But what I can do down here is just go and check out the miners, or the foreman, I don't know, the foreman's office. So, you know, we want to go here anyway. Excellent. Let's do some Key 8 experiments. I can't even close this one, can I? That's interesting. No. Okay, it do nothing. It's interesting that this one doesn't close, because the drawer that we open in the archives does close. But maybe that's because they know, like, they're preparing for the fact that the drawer underneath the one in the archives opens as well, and you need to have the option to close the one at the top. So maybe in a sense what this aspect of game design tells me is that we will not open this one down here. That's cool. Had I actually tried this with the magnifying glass? I thought for a second I saw like a small number here, like we saw in A New Clue, and I was like, but no. Yeah, this, maybe I have already done this, but obviously we must check. We must check. The numbers that built the whir. It's quite funny because you can see the text is written over. Like here, you don't notice it. It's just the tear off line is just black. You can't notice it well, or at least I can't. However, when you do this, you can see that it's obviously that black tear off line is not fully black. It's kind of a gray. And so you can see that the darker black text is visible over the top of it. But you can see that, for example, they don't actually have an E here, and they don't actually have an L here, probably because, you know, this is just typed in actual, like, if you get me, in actual text. It's not an image that they can cover up. So they can't have, for example, half an L or half an E at the end of the, or a part of an E. So because they can only, do you know what? To me, this is fascinating. Because they can only accommodate full characters, yeah, they have to just leave them off. Okay, I find that fascinating. Numbers that built her world of yesterday. Yeah, this has been, I think, super useful. I was trying the whole numeric core thing on a whole bunch of numbers and, you know, like not really finding anything that seemed like it was the thing. These boxes? Are you something, little boxes? I still wonder if you might be. Okay. Let's continue on. Let's go and open up the north lever. Yeah, so it's exciting to at least feel like I might have finally done a numeric core number, you know? Like, I might have finally done something that actually turns into what I'm meant to use that whole operation for. I still don't know, but it does feel right. It's feeling good the way that it matches up. It seems to match up. So we'll see. So silly. I could have done this in the throne room. I'm not used to thinking about it all that much still. Alright, so next time we go up, we can grab the crown. That's okay, because I'm not going to be doing any drafting in the south part of the house anyway. Well, no, I'm not. I've already done the corner. Yeah, so we're not doing anything. I don't think I'm going to bother with the gem, to be honest, because I have the option of getting like 170 gems from the laundry room, and honestly I think that's a better bet. Yeah. So let's not bother with that. Okay, so next one is we'll go into the southern part of the house. my south wing. We'll go into the south wing. And we'll see if key 8 likes anything there. Do you like this guy, key 8? This guy's still a bit of a mystery for me. Maybe he's reaching for key 8. Are you the family core? Guess not. Guess not. Are you the family core? Slightly conspicuous clock? No. I guess it's not. I guess it's not. You know what? I freaking forget that there are file cabinets down here as well. Hang on. I always just walk past them. I wonder if any of these can be opened. God, I'm glad I realized that now. Even if not this, I wonder if there could be other keys that I could find that would work in these. I literally have not thought about this for a very long time. Okay, nothing here. I'm glad I remembered this. Hang on, there's a couple here as well. Is there anything to find in the mysterious basement file cabinets? This is just a... well, they're they're not completely inaccessible, are they? Hang on. I gotta try. Now that I've thought about this, I suddenly realize there's loads of file cabinets here. Okay. And I think there's some over here as well. No, that's bookcase. No, these are all bookcases. Okay, alright. We tried. At least, you know, as always, once I've... Oh, and this fallen down one. Oh, are you in the fallen down file cabinet? No. Alright. Okay, that's that. Yeah, at least once, as always in this game, I have to experiment with things, I have to try them, and the great thing about that is not only that I know those things don't work, but that it, you know, it extra pushes me in the direction of going, I have to try something else, you know what I mean? I have to think of other things to try. The mysterious lamp? Cool, okay, so from here, unfortunately I still can't really make anything in the workshop. I could make burning glass. Do I need burning glass for anything? No, because I really was just thinking about using it in the freezer, and we've done that now. So that's fine. Yeah, I don't know, I could make some other contraptions, but I'd rather hang out for... It does say it doesn't confirm anything, does it? Presumably we'll unlock room 8. I'm just looking like literally at these icons here. Like basement is so... I'm trying to click on it, hang on. There we go. Basement is so clever because you get the arrows pointing down from the word basement. And obviously all of the basement doors are down in the basement. Key 8 shows like one up and down arrow and one rotating arrow. It might just be nice design, you know, it might not have any actual meaning to it. This one doesn't have anything in particular. Yeah, compass has north and south points on it. I mean, everything, you know, pretty much everything in this game has arrows on it. So, you know, it's hard to read too much into most of them. Okay, so we'll go... So for both of these, I have to go up to hallway. So gift shop passageway. All right. I do have... Oh, yeah, heck yeah, let's get this. I've got 5 green rooms now. Chef salad, please. Yes. I feel like it's been so long since I've had the benefit. Oh, hang on, not here. It's been so long since I've had the... Why did I go into conversation? Well, that worked out anyway. I needed the steps. It's been so long since I've had the benefit of the chef salad, like especially the full chef salad. Ace. Okay, I don't think that the foyer wants to... the foyer hands are like talking about the... Okay. So, where to start? First off, I can't even reach these ones. I wondered if it could be like 8. You can't even access it. You can't even access it. Okay, so look, if it doesn't let you access things, it's not gonna be anything, is it? I remember the realization that I had in Attic, where a room I had gone into so many times, suddenly I realized I could get into a weird corner and there was an extremely important item to be accessed through it. So like, I have to keep in mind that this, you know, is a possibility here as well. Like, not just here, I mean anywhere, you know? It might just be that there's a whole thing in a room that what am I doing? Why am I reaching across like this? That there's a whole thing in a room that I'm going into over and over and over again and like not realizing, you know, literally there's a whole another aspect of the room that I just haven't accessed yet that I can access and might give me something cool, you know? I want to try and do this as carefully as possible because, you know, I'm here now. I've been waiting for this opportunity. Laboratory is the other one. What else have I got? Don't know. What else have I got that has file cabinets in it? Like, hang on. Oh my god, see? I literally was here trying this and I just managed to get past. I was just thinking to myself, 53. No! No way! No way. Literally the thing I just said. 2 things actually. I was just thinking, you know, like what number would be relevant? I thought of 8 before and I just thought, oh my god, 53. But before, when I was here, I wasn't really able to access it, I suppose. But then literally I was thinking, because I was thinking about this whole access thing, I was like, I should just keep trying in these weird nooks, right? In these weird little nooks and crannies. Oh my god. Isn't that weird? It's a little eye. So this could be the family core, or tell us something about the family core. Get out of here! I'm too excited to even click on it. This is crazy. Oh my god! I'm glad I tried that before I continued on with all of the rest. Maybe it does something else as well. 53. 53. 53. So, oh my god. 53. Deposit box 53 is locked. Use key 8. Key 8. And this 8 symbol is associated with the unknown, the unfathomable, death. What was the other thing? Sorry, I know I'm dragging this out, but like, I'm very excited. I'm actually like almost my hands are shaking right now because this has been, oh my God, this is so many things coming together finally. It's so, oh sorry, I'm hitting the microphone. It's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. So that was correct. It really was correct to do this interpretation of the blue memos in order to get me to properly understand how to use, you know, the family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits, as well as the other blue memo that told us about, like, from the wine cellar, that told us about the individual, you know, the numerals that we seen as individual numbers, and to be able to interpret that with the Roman numerals and then do the numeric core operation with those numbers, and then to sum the digits, the 5 and the 3 together, and then to interpret that as the family core being unlocked by key 8, and then to try it here. That is so, you know what I mean? Like, of course you know what I mean, because you've done this, like, you understand this, of course you know what I mean, but like, oh my God. It's so satisfying. Oh, I almost want to cry, like, just for all of this to finally lead here. Oh, so it's not in the wine cellar. Interesting. Okay. It makes so much sense though, because this is where the blue memo about the family core was. It makes so much sense. I just wanted to, I know I'm dragging this out. I'm so sorry. I know I'm dragging this out. We're creating drama. But I just want to see, what was the other thing that key 8 was symbolic of? Death and the unfathomable. But we have another blue no, we have a treasure trove. That's it. We have a treasure trove thing that relates to it. That was, just because I'm thinking about what all this means. The symbol 8 is used to denote the unknown death and, oh, the number 8. Okay, got it. All right, let's go. Allowance token, of course. This is the best allowance token I've ever received. And, ooh. What is this? My obsession with ciphers was renewed after, oh, is this Herbert? It is Herbert. Okay. Oh my God, 4 letters. Oh, 4 letters and something. Okay, great. Just got to check. My obsession with ciphers was renewed after my brother died, for among his journals I found a curious square, a grid of words written in a hand I immediately recognized. My mother's. Oh my God. This is so many things I wanted so desperately. More about the Baroness, more about Simon, and of course more about Herbert. But these are 2 very mysterious figures to me that I have so crazy little information on. Accompanying this discovery were numerous pages containing traces of my brother's fruitless attempts over the years to decipher this grid. It was a bittersweet find. The excitement I felt was tempered by memories of the unique bond my mother and brother had always shared. Wow! I was the child with an interest in puzzles and wordplay, yet it was Simon to whom she bequeathed this cryptic gift. That is interesting. When I was first reading this, I was thinking, oh my God, this is amazing. When I was first reading this, I was thinking, does that mean that Simon was also a super puzzly guy? You know, not just Herbert. However, I guess he's saying, no, I was the puzzly one, at least from his perspective. And yet, their mother gave Simon this curious square. With all respect to my late brother, it became clear after spending time poring over his notes that he was not very suited to this challenge. Oh. Occasionally he stumbled upon some promising ideas, but none of them were thoroughly pursued. Where, look, I can relate. Sometimes I've missed things I should have gotten as well. Poor Simon. Where I will give him credit, however, is in the extensive... is in the extensive research he conducted, combing through a career's worth of our mother's notes and correspondence. Please give me this. I would like to see anything about her. Anything about her at all. Please, please, please. I would love that. This search culminated in the discovery of a letter my mother had written a local professor, requesting additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. This meager clue was, according to his survey, the only shred of evidence in her belonging that mentioned this project. Hang on here. This search culminated in the discovery of a letter my mother had written a local professor requesting additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. This meager clue was, according to his survey, the only shred of evidence in her belongings that mentioned this project. Okay, all right. So Simon has done good detective work. I mean, all of this is coming from Herbert's perspective, so that, there could be bias here. As for me, I am ashamed to admit that despite all my boasting, I have nothing to show for nearly 3 decades of effort. Oh God, am I expected to solve this? When Herbert spent 3 decades on it? All right. I am no closer to solving this than I was in those early months of daily obsession. And with each passing year, I fear my chances of reaching a satisfying conclusion to this adventure grow ever slimmer. I wonder when he's writing this. Some might say this outcome is quite fitting. Poetic justice for tormenting my readers for so many years with seemingly impossible bafflers. I have read one of those bafflers, and I believe Mantis is the clue. While I can certainly relate to... Hang on, sorry. I know I'm jumping in the middle. Have I told you that I believe I have... I may have said this, I'm so sorry if I'm repeating it, but have I told you that I'm pretty sure I've worked out what the first word in that Baron Baffler is? If I haven't, let me tell you now, it finally kicked in. I am fairly sure that it is the word remand. I was trying all kinds of words there that I'm more familiar with, including like demand, and I was like, it doesn't make any sense. And it just at some point later on, I think I even saw this word somewhere or something like that, and bam, I was like, remand is totally fits the bill. So and it works with everything else that I have got for that baffler so far, because it suits the clue of kept behind locked doors. Anyway, I don't know if I had mentioned that, so let's get that one out of the way as well, since the Baron is reminding me of his baffler. Okay. While I can certainly relate to their frustrations, I wonder if we really need to obtain answers to all of life's questions. Yeah, it's worth asking that question philosophically when you have spent 3 decades, not being able to solve something. Must we always quench our thirst for knowledge? At my age, I often find myself looking back at the long path behind me, and I think I am content to leave a few stones unturned. A life without some mystery is a life without imagination. Like, I totally get it. Because, I've said so many times, one of the things that makes me the happiest in this game is when I progress in a puzzle or something like that, and there are more questions and more puzzles that spread, open before me, like a vast field of flowers, or any other metaphor you want to come up with. But that's what I get so much delight from in this game. That's one of the many things I get so much delight from in this game. So I agree, Herbert. It is wonderful to have something still unsolved. I hope I feel that way at the end of this game, because I have heard people say, the things that are known to date about this game. So that's actually quite delightful. Even if there's actually, if all of the other players out there haven't, have actually solved everything. If there's even the idea, if people are still even left with the idea that there might be things unsolved about this game. That is so delightful. I would be happy to have that idea for the rest of my life and never get an answer to it. You know what I mean? Just to kind of keep coming back to this and wondering about it. I'd love that. I would love that so much. Okay. Anyway, so I will lay down this burden and leave this stone, and the winding path of intrigue it proceeds for future generations to explore. Herbert. Okay. Just really quickly, I need to make sure I'm doing this and not forgetting about it. And I'm just a little bit worried that when I look at the next thing, I'm going to be totally distracted and maybe forget that I haven't done this. Of course, I'm assuming that now this is open, we'll have access to it in, future days anyway. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is amazing. I'm probably not looking at this as carefully as I should, but I cannot see anything that stands out. That said, the very nature of Herbert talking about an unsolvable puzzle from his perspective and handing it to me, could very well be the exact thing that he would hide, extra little clues in. Thank you, Granduncle. Thank you, Granduncle, for the gift, for all of these gifts. Okay, I think that's that though. Huh. Hey. Okay. So it is indeed a curious, hang on, what do they call it? A curious square, a grid of words. Written in a hand I immediately recognize my mother's. That's wonderful because I do already have some of her handwriting, but not very much. So this is going straight into the vault. Straight to the vault. Straight to my handwriting analysis folder on my phone. Fabulous. Okay. So pigs, sand, male, date, head. I saw the word date and I'm immediately looking for gate. Okay, I don't see gate. Okay. Head, clam, peak, sand, joya, well, toad, card, wheel, tape, legs, tree, road, maid, slab, rock, hand, vase, safe, clay toes. Huh. Okay. Herbert couldn't solve this in 3 decades, so... So there's quite a few things that come to mind through all of this. Quite a few things that come to mind. First off is that some of these words could relate to rooms, particular rooms. Even pigs, you could see, could relate to something like chapel. It's got a pig in it. Maid could relate to the maid's room, things like that. However, will could relate to either study or room 46, something like that. Safe. There's lots of rooms that have safes in them. Joya could relate to the dining room because that's where we have the Joya lunchbox. That said, if we imagine that this was a puzzle that the Baroness wrote, was that the case? Did they have the Joya lunchbox back then? I don't know. Anyway, the other thing that comes to mind is, because some of these words relate to our original picture puzzle, peak, I'm pretty sure was one of the pictures or the outcomes of the picture, maybe? No, I think it was one of the pictures. Would have been peak and something else. Anyway, I have them all somewhere. I have them all written down. Sand, I'm pretty sure was another one. I don't know about too many of the others though. Other than that, obviously let's just do the basics. Magnifying glass. I have no doubt Herbert looked at this with a magnifying glass, so surely he would have, couldn't he have given us like the notes that he and Simon had made while they were trying to solve this, so that at the very least maybe I know what doesn't work, you know? It'd be nice to see their existing work so that I could sort of carry on from it. Other than that, all right, obviously everything is a 4-letter word. Everything is a 4-letter word. There's a number of things that you could immediately try with this. You could try converting all of these into numbers, you know, A being 1, B being 2, all of that. Joya, you know, there's so many important words here. Joya. Joya is, you know, unequivocally one of our Aegirian angels. But it's the only one. Maid could relate to another one of the Aegirian angels, but yeah, you know, why would it not be a name? Will, so here's the other thing. They're all of various kinds nouns. Most of them are just basic nouns. Joya, you know, is a name. Will could be a noun, but I suppose it could also be, you know, will. You will do something, but probably it's the noun, since everything else is a noun. I was just thinking, do these words themselves pair up with each other? So, for example, we have male and maid, which are 1-letter difference. Could this be it? But do they... We have... what else have I got? What else works? Maybe they pair up in different ways. Yeah, because it's not as if it works as the 1-letter missing puzzle, because they're all the same letter length. They're all 4-letter words. But male and maid are similar. They're 1-letter different. Well and will are 1-letter different. Clay and clam are 1-letter different. But it doesn't work for all of them, because there's nothing like Joya. There's nothing like vase. You could also categorize them, like there's hand and head and toes. There's like environmental words. Slab. Like there's a lot of trees in this game. There's a lot of rocks in this game. There's a lot of cards in this game even. There's a lot of vases in this game. There's a lot of safes in this game. So, all right, stepping away from this particular puzzle though, just for a sec. And I'm not really going to step away from this for a long time. I'm going to work hard on this. I trust you know I'm going to give this a lot of attention. But stepping away from this for just a second. What have we just done? We have the blue memo told us, and this is the only thing I have about this so far, really. The blue memo told us the family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. The family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits, the sum of its digits. So to me, that seems to say the family core is 53, but 53 as a number cannot be unlocked. This itself is the only thing that could be unlocked. It is specific. So is the family core this number 53 security box in the vault. Is this the family core? Is that what the family core means? Or is the family core still something else? I don't know. I don't know. This doesn't give me a direct answer. I can only guess at it. I wonder if any of the other blue notes, hang on, could relate to this. I'm always going back to, I'm just trying to think about this in other ways. There is a letter missing from the pantry. There is a letter missing. Dunno. That could still relate to the fact that one of the red letters is missing. It could relate to something else that's not this. It could relate to this. It could be something about how you solve it. I guess one of the things, so one of the ways that one of the many ways that I will attempt to tackle this is going back through all of the blue memos and going, well, hang on, now that I have this information, does anything else, does something read in a new way, you know? Nothing so far stands out to me though. I'm just kind of reviewing everything now. Like, most of them relate to something in that room, in the room that they're, you know, that are things that are relevant to that room, or even lore that might be relevant to that room. So there's so many that are body parts. There's so many that are body parts. And then I'm also having a think about, all right, what collection of letters have we got here? And does that in itself mean something? Like, if I do go back to our original sort of room, household-based room puzzle, does this share the same letters as that? I suspect not. I'm immediately thinking about the V. Yeah, if we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. Yeah, there's no V there, so the V in vase wouldn't have any relation. I'm also going to be thinking about, like, what other like unsolved puzzles do I have that this could relate to? What other letters or notes do I have where, yeah, these words might appear? Head. Clam. Clam is an unusual one, right? Clams, though, could relate to the aquarium. You know, because I can't think of anything else in this room that would relate, in this game that would relate to clam. So if I go back to this one, if I go back to the whole room thing, hand could relate to the bedroom or even to lobby, foyer. If I keep following this logic, what would legs and toes be, though? Mail room, totally, we get it. What would date be? Date relates to so many things. Head, hand, legs, toes. And here's the other thing, like, whatever I get from this, where will I use whatever I get from, like, what will the outcome of this puzzle be? This is just trying to consider this from some different, come at this from some different questions, you know, from some different perspectives. What will, because I don't know how this puzzle works yet, I don't know I don't have any idea of like what the shape of the outcome will be. Will it be like a process of elimination or some kind of other code where I end up with either a series of letters or a word or a sentence, or I end up with numbers? What then? What then would I do with that? What would I do with that? Tape could be the security room. Every now and again a new one occurs to me. Tape could be the security room. What the freaking hell would slab be? Slab could be throne room. It's got a big slab at the back of it. Toes? Toes? What room has toes in it? And here's the thing. Let's say it is related to rooms. Just to follow, like, obviously this could be completely wrong, but let's say it is related to rooms. What would I do with this? I guess what we can say with this is that it is 5 across, and that's what our house shape, you know, is. So what if it's like putting rooms in a certain order? But this would be so ridiculously hard, especially if, like, it would be, it's impossible if any of them are to relate to room 46, because it wouldn't be able to be put in any kind of order. Maybe it is like a kind of eliminating things. Maybe it is about eliminating things. Even if you were to, these are all just nouns, so you can't make a sentence here unless you use the word will in its non-noun sense. And then what kind of a sentence could you make? Probably just a 3-word phrase, maybe a 4-word phrase, you know, like mail date will safe, you know, safe will no. Or, well, you could use well in another way as well, actually, as well. So you could maybe make like Toad will, Joya will rock well. You know, Joya will date well. Maybe that means you can keep, maybe that's what the solution is. Joya will date well. Maybe it means that, like, the, you know, the Joya, I don't have one, the Joya lunchbox will keep really well for a really long time. So it's just letting you know, like, that lunchbox is going to last for ages. I can't even think of any instance of the word clay, for example, in any of the other notes that I've gotten. I could be wrong. Yeah, so what would I do with this? Do I end up with a word? Do I end up with a sentence? Do I end up with numbers? I've just come through a puzzle with numbers, and I, like, here I am. All right, I just had to go and get a snack, because this is, all of these exciting discoveries are hungry work. Sitting here thinking and sweating about this is hungry work. I sat here eating almonds and wrote all of this down in my notebook as well. Of course, I have pictures of it, and I will be going over this extensively and thinking about it from as many ways as I possibly can. However, could there be, I guess I have no reason but to to take this letter at face value. Herbert seems to be telling a very sincere story that he was unable to solve this. It seems to be a sincere story. He found Simon. So the Baroness Orve gave this to Simon. When Simon died, among his journals, Herbert found this square. He understood it was his mother's. He just found it. So I suppose in a way, the excitement I felt was tempered by memories of the unique bond my mother and brother had always shared. I was the child with an interest in puzzles and wordplay, yet it was Simon to whom she bequeathed this cryptic gift. Well, I guess he doesn't know, right? Like, how does he know that Simon was given this by the Baroness, by their mother? Maybe he just came across it. But maybe he has other reason to know that. Maybe it was in the other journals and stuff. But he does say, and he would know this, unless it's just his perception and he's totally, again, his memory is biased, that his mother and Simon shared a special bond, shared a unique bond. That's interesting in and of itself. He feels that Simon wasn't suited to the challenge. He pored over his notes and noticed that he stumbled upon some promising ideas, but none of them were thoroughly pursued. So we can say that there were promising ideas, perhaps, but they weren't pursued. But then we turn to Herbert's attempt to solve it. In the extensive research that Simon conducted, combing through a career's worth of our mother's notes and correspondence, God, I wish I could see any of that. Any of that. Simon discovered the letter that she wrote to a local professor. Requesting additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. I'm literally just going to look up the word cryptograph to make sure that, the terminology itself, well, to see whether it might be important or not. A cryptograph is... it's not bringing up the definition. A cryptograph is a system of secret or cipher writing. A cipher. A device for translating plain text into ciphertext. Okay. A device for deciphering codes and ciphers. So this in itself could be a way to, could be like the device that we use to understand another code. That's how I'm taking this. Hang on a sec. No. Okay, I immediately thought the first thing I thought of when I thought of that is that IOO thing, and I thought, like, is there somewhere in here where, like, in the top line there's an I, and then in the third line there's an IOO. Not, and I thought, in like immediately kind of in the same sort of vertical alignment. There isn't, but it's not to say that that isn't related to this, right? but at the moment I don't know how to use it. Plus, the other thing about that is that we saw that was related to the thing in the locker room, which Denny wrote that whole, like, the thing in the locker room that's related to that says like 6 or 0. And again, that it was on a math sheet and obviously is to do with numbers as well. But this could be a cipher for numbers as well. It doesn't have to be a cipher for letters. It could be a cipher for numbers. So this in itself is she wanted additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. This meager clue was, according to his survey, the only shred of evidence in her belongings that mentioned this project. So I think we can say this is the cryptograph for something else. However, what? What and how to use it? What and how to use it? Tantalizing. Okay. I don't know how many ways I can think about this now. I just wanted to go over the letter just to see, like, having looked at this now, does anything kind of change in the letter for me? Despite all my boasting, I have nothing to show for nearly 3 decades of it. Herbert the Great, Baron Baffler himself, could not solve this within his own within his own family for 3 decades. So what do I have? What hope do I have? I have loads of hope. I have absolutely loads of hope. The game is giving this to me, telling me I can solve this. Nevertheless, this is big. I am no closer to solving this after 3 decades of effort than I was in those early months of daily obsession. Oh gosh. Poor Herbert. I wonder, he does say he fears his chances of reaching a satisfying conclusion are growing ever slimmer. But that doesn't mean that he didn't solve it after he wrote this. Some might say this outcome is quite fitting, poetic justice for tormenting my readers for so many years with seemingly impossible bafflers. While I can certainly relate to their frustrations, I wonder if we really need to obtain answers to all of life's questions. Must we always quench our thirst for knowledge? What I was just thinking is, like, I suppose the idea of the unknown and the unfathomable, right? And the whole way that we found this is through the allusion to 8, which we know has that meaning. However, that said, I suppose just logically thinking about, Herbert is the one who put this here with this letter. Herbert did not solve this cipher, this cryptograph. Herbert didn't solve this. Herbert tried to solve it, and in the end he put this and this letter about it in here. And who did he put this in here for? Because this isn't addressed to me. It's not addressed to anyone in particular. I will lay down this burden and leave this stone, and the winding path of intrigue it proceeds, for future generations to explore. So he's not even saying it's for me. He's just saying it's for whoever comes after me. Which could be someone that comes after me, after Simon. But nevertheless, that's Herbert. That's Herbert. What if the game is giving me some clues in this? Must we always quench our thirst for knowledge? The long path behind me, leaving stones unturned. I'm just thinking about that because there is, like, road, rock. Hey, Pixie! Hey! It's still too early, my little darling. It's still too early. Yeah. Okay, all right. I guess I'm not going to be solving this right now. Let's just celebrate. Oh my God. Oh my freaking God. This worked. Somehow or other, this came together. Sorry I'm doing this to you, Simon. It's one of the ways I have to celebrate in this game. This all came together. My God, I didn't even know I could get around here. I'm so glad I was thinking, because I was frustrated about like not being able to like reach these ones over here, and I definitely thought 8 could be the important one. Oh my God, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that I went back. Like, what if I had just continued? Oh, it's not worth thinking about. Let's walk away. Let's walk away. This is brilliant. Nobody can take this away from us. I assume if I ever need to, that thing is going to remain open like the other vault things. All right. Oh my God. I'm just like snapping back to the rest of this day. There's still day to be had. Okay. So, I got a good old 80 steps. Like, I don't even need to do this now, I think, but I should have come and checked in here. As soon as I heard that first beep, I thought to myself, oh my God, I have found the broken lever in here before. So silly. Oh my God, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Because now I can go. Okay, let's go and do it right now. Let's go and do it right now and then return. Cool. So we can make... That's a really great... That might be so helpful. Are you guys related to this? No, not that I can think. Names. It doesn't really seem namey. Workshop is just 3 here. Okay, great. All right, so that's so exciting. Like, I have to get my head back in the game here, though. So let's make jackhammer, because jackhammer may well translate to redraw die. Redraw die may well translate to getting Chamber of Mirrors in the spot, you know, in rank 8 today. Or could even translate to getting study somewhere and then being able to redraw everywhere. Okay, brilliant. What am I doing? Battery pack, broken lever. Let's go. What a cool sound. I like that. Okay, so that dig spot I've already used. Where else do I have dig spots? Not in there. Just looking left, looking right. Yeah, only up here, right? Only up here. Does anyone here enjoy key 8? While I have it, like maybe it does other things. Key 8, anybody? Do you have a little, like, will you take a key in your mouth or anything? You? Major Nicholas Key the 4th? You're half of 8. You're half of 8. No, it don't. Okay. Okay. Well, we can go through these now. Oh, so good. This is immediately useful. Great. Well, gems could be helpful. It'd actually be kind of cool to also maybe try to get cloakroom, and then I could put key 8 in the cloakroom. You know, I have the same issue I always have, which is that am I more likely to get gallery than cloakroom? Great. Okay, that resulted in a lot of gems. So, okay, so we've put this number to use now. So this is done. Maybe that is all wine cellar is for. Maybe. Could this be all wine cellar is about? Is just using that number in that way, and now we're done? I mean, what if key 8 goes in one of these, like here? Key 8? I feel like key 8 is all powerful now. No, it probably only relates to that puzzle that we just did. But, you know. it's a good thing to try things. It's a good thing to try things. All right, so I don't know. Maybe there is nothing to do with the interesting sequence of these different colored gems. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Anyway, it was freaking great. If that's all it is, like that's not a small thing. That's freaking amazing. So we are done now with this half of the house. We are done. Yes, we can go back up now. We can go back up now. See you guys. See ya. Why doesn't the Baroness get a... Why doesn't the Baroness get a bust anywhere? Like, she's clearly very important and very amazing. I know there's still money in the treasure trove, but like, I don't need it, right? I suppose... I don't know. Like, I was even thinking, what if I get Freezer? But no, I can't because I had Freezer yesterday. But then even if I were to get Freezer a second time, what would I do with the extra money? I just don't need it unless something else comes up. Okay. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to be thinking forever. Well, maybe. I'm going to be thinking pretty ceaselessly for a while about this. Incredible. Toad. So many of these words are so directly related to the game in kind of obvious ways. And then other ones are like, yeah, what on earth? Toad. Is there any room that's associated with toad? Okay, so we can go and at least get the crown. We can get these things now. Great. The crown will help us... What? I was wondering why that took a second. Hang on. I've never made good use of this. I don't think... So for the next 1 minute, you will not lose steps when entering rooms. That's nice. I really like that. Keys when opening doors or gems when drafting special rooms. Oh my god. I don't want to be pressured to do fast drafting here because... So I don't think I need to save any keys, and I don't really think I need to save any gems, honestly. I think I could have, 165 gems or so any moment. The steps is not bad, so maybe let's just go where we were going anyway and just save those steps, right? Nice. Look at us saving steps. Okay. There's no toad in here. Why would there be? Why would that be anything? Okay. I'm not going to worry about the stopwatch because it's just going to make me rush and make a mistake. I can immediately try down here with 4 redraw die to get the Chamber of Mirrors. This is still my ideal place to get it just in case I do need to open all 4 sides. Maybe I'll go along here and see if I could possibly try to get... Maybe if I could possibly try to get... Yeah. Study is what I was trying to say, but I was distracted by the stopwatch. Okay. Well, these are really good rooms because they give me direct access to another rank 8 spot. I might put conference room. I can't think of a reason to put drawing room here. Except for the... I don't know. Just thinking about the Baronesses again has made me think about that freaking chair. Does the chair matter, or is it just a metaphorical chair, the seat of power in the house? Anyway, I think conference room, because if I do still use the secret garden key down in the east side, this will be a great place to pick up all of the fruit. Okay, I mean, this is nice. We'll get another experiment. Oh, this too. Yeah, we'll get another experiment here. So maybe the south exit will open up. All right. This is the best thing I can think of for trying for study. But yeah, like how many redraw die should I use trying to get it? I guess let's just see how we go with these. There's nothing, unless I could get this and I'll get 6 redraw die actually. You know, like, and that might be, again, it might be the better sort of concession prize. But I have 3 more redraws and I could get study. But then 6 redraw die is pretty good. It's pretty good, but it's nowhere near as good as study. It really sucks. I might be able to still get Guy's bedroom somewhere else. So let's keep going. It's a good option, but it can go somewhere else. I actually don't really want to remove this from today's pool because I want to keep getting lost and found. But it will give me a free redraw, and it's just, yeah, you know, the greater good type thing. Not the greater good. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Redraw. Planetarium could turn out to work out as well. But oh, hello. Coat check, eh? Well, yeah, maybe I could swap key 8 for the master key and coat check. And then I don't know, you know, like, again, I really don't, I think I know what the answer to the treasure trove, the real treasure chest, the real treasure in the outdoor treasure trove, I think is, like, I just feel 95% certain it's going to be the key, it's going to be the black Arindia key that we get from Ares Court. However, I suppose, you know, it's like worth trying, right? And now that I know key 8 does something else, I'm also like, well, does key 8 do something else in addition to this, to today's something else? But then again, I still think that about the master key as well, which is still described as opening things up on the estate, not the house, opening things in the estate. So, yeah. I don't know. I might try just one more redraw here. Okay, that didn't get me study. However, let's go with walk-in closet as a concession prize. Here we go, another antechamber. Door has been unsealed. Okay. I mean, I guess there's nothing really that I need in here. What's the other thing? Hello? What am I missing? Ah, coupon book. Coupon book. Okay. A little bit of this is from the tomb, of course. Okay. So I think that, again, I suppose just to try my best with, I'd love to get Chamber of Mirrors and try to have it earlier to try and get more treasure troves. However, I think the bigger goal is just to try and get Chamber of Mirrors here anyway. So let's go back around. This has been unsealed now, but that would be one of my rooms where I'm hoping to get it. So let's go down here. And we'll go from Cloister, in which there are dig spots to check out anyway. So this could get us more redraw die. It got us nothing so far. It got us redraw die, yes. Already super worth it. Coin. Gems. Oh man, having a good amount of redraw die and the study would make everything really excellent. Probably makes the most sense to go down here, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, thank you, gallery. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So excellent. All right, let's try from down here. We got that one. All right, so this gets us... I definitely am happy to remove this. Oh my god, so good. We have to take it. Even if we, you know, lose the next space, fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. Oh my god. Okay, this is amazing. This is really good. This is really good. It's the best chance I can think of. It's the best chance I can think of. Thank you, study. You're turning an already excellent freaking day into an even better day. This also gives me the chance to call it a day in study with my, you know, blessing of the monk I still have, and to definitely start tomorrow with study. I won't be able to start tomorrow with loads of gems, but... Okay, so let's go to a freaking laundry room now. For sure. And let's just get... I mean, this will be enough, won't it? I have 52 freaking gems. Yeah. But let's do it anyway, because this is this is what I put laundry here for. So, swapping gems with coins. Cool. It's just like, it's just very satisfying to be able to do this. Excellent. Great. Great, great, great. Okay, well now I might as well go and try up here, I suppose. The only hope, I suppose, would be getting even more redraw die. Which, you know, could help though. Could help. Yeah, like what if I'm able to get Geist bedroom? Definitely remove. Bye-bye doves. Well, we can do gem redraws for ages. So let's see what we can get here. Pool could be good. You know, there could be more redraw die. Excuse me, more redraw die in the trunks. Yeah. No. Closed exhibit can help. Absolutely. Closed exhibit can help with redrawing as well. So actually that's kind of compelling. We would just have to get around the side of it. Yeah, look. How many anti-chamber doors can we unseal? Alright, so we might as well go from here. Of all the places, no, I don't want it here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's getting in the way of my other plans. Okay. We'll get rid of weight room. We will redraw. I mean, rotunda could work here. Is there anything else that would be good, that has more exits? Let's just do rotunda. Let's do rotunda. Okay. That goes where we want anyway. So I've now unsealed 5 anti-chamber doors. Okay. Here I'd really like something that goes north and south, so that again I have guaranteed access to the spot above as well. So we'll continue to redraw. Pool. Is there anything else that I would like more than pool? I'm sort of... The problem is that it adds things into the draft pool, actually. That is actually the problem. So it makes it harder to get what I'm after. So I might actually keep going and find a better option. East Wing Hall... At least it doesn't do anything. At least it doesn't do anything. Can I get a better option? I've already got courtyard. I've already got conference room. I've already got aquarium. I've already got throne room. I've already got passageway. I've already got rotunda. Closed exhibit. Yeah, so I suppose I have used up a lot of the good options. Yeah, let's just do this. It gets me where I'm hoping to go. Okay, so here, something that gets us to the back of closed exhibit and to the next space is ideal. Hello, coat check. Well, look, another East Wing hall would do it. It would do it. I don't really know what else to shoot for. Okay. Reveal treasure. Oh, sorry, tripwire. Lower barrier. And we just have to run around here. Okay. Yep, it's all set up. Okay, let's go. Oh, I got stuck. I got a little bit stuck. Run, 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 Simon. Cut the corners. Cut the corners. Just. Okay. That's helpful as well. It's just a little bit helpful. So I don't know, what would I like here then? What could be useful? Geist bedroom actually might be the most useful. So I can already do a redraw with this. That's great. Now I need my gem redraws. We can remove this. I do wonder, could key 8 open anything in master bedroom? Like, it's still a very compelling room to me. It is the shape of an octagon as well, right? It's an 8-sided shape. I suppose it's a chance to try it, right? What if it gets into those 2 mysterious cabinets in there? I don't know, it's kind of a compelling concession prize. Bunk room. I really want to do the the freaking treasure X is in conference room. I totally forgot about that. Oh well. Not the biggest deal. I have loads of money and gems. I don't actually, I don't know. It would only be, is there something interesting buried in conference room? Redraw. Showroom. Could you be helpful? Not really. I don't really need to change the orientation. You know, boudoir is okay, but yeah, Geist bedroom would be the absolute best. It may not happen though. Really only get like one more go at it before I'm sort of... Yeah. Now I'm just using my redraws, so... Damn it. Maybe, well, look, mailroom will help us tomorrow. Maybe that's the best thing to go for. Okay. Let's do that. Oh, hey! I've never seen a trunk in here before. Redrawn, yes, thank you, mailroom. Oh, I'm so sorry I did a sigh. Maybe I should try all of these as well, just in case. What if... Oh, that's so good. At least we got 2 redraw die for getting this, and we'll get a package tomorrow. Thank you, mailroom. Thank you so much. I really can't get to these ones. Anyway, look, I don't think anything here does anything, but you know, trying things, right? Trying things. Okay, nothing else anywhere. Awesome. All right, thank you, mailroom. Thank you. So I think the first one to try is this, because it would be the best. This would be the very best spot for Chamber of Mirrors if we can get it. I suppose the tricky thing is, you know, I could otherwise try these two spots to see if I could get more redraw die, and maybe I could. However, if I did get, like, if I am lucky enough to get Chamber of Mirrors here, and if it turns out I do need to open all 4 sides of Chamber of Mirrors, getting Guy's bedroom here will close off one side, so, you know, there's that. Anyway, let's just try it here. Let's just try it here. We might get lucky. We might get lucky. Okay. Redraw. Redraw. We will remove chapel. Ooh. I love when Duff Goat appears. Redraw. Come on, Chamber of Mirrors. I love that you're offering me coat check though. I do really appreciate that. Redraw. 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 Come on. Guy's bedroom. Redraw. Redraw. Okay. I'm going to now go through the die, because again, to get it here would be truly... Okay, this could work. This could work. Oh my gosh. So it could just be here. It could be that this is absolutely not tricky in the least. However, if it is tricky, we should be able to be prepared for it. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Hang on. Let's make sure we check carefully here. Because it's either just in this first spot or it's somewhere tricky. It's really only one of those options. Okay. Can I even see it anywhere? It's probably like up there, honestly. If they're going to do this, they're going to make it tricky, aren't they? Okay, this is brilliant because now we can make sure we can engineer access to this spot. Okay, 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 great. So I can actually go straight to East Wing Hall here and make sure that we can get access to this other side. We can already get access to this side. Actually, now that I say it, hang on, I'm just checking my steps as well. What side did I just open? Oh, so I do have to go there. All right, well, let's go there and do that. We can go through dining room. We can go through dining room. One more, please. One more. Oh, this has worked so well so far. Let's hope that things continue to work well. Whee! This is freaking great. This is freaking great. I am so happy with this day. This day has been a marvel. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. So first off, we'll have somewhere around here. Yes, there's money. It's fine. It's fine. We have a treasure map. Great. Time to start digging. I don't even know if I've done it in this room before, to be honest. I don't think I can remember all the spots I've done this. We certainly have dug in Conference Center a lot because we had a whole bunch of dig spots here recently. 40. Okay. Actually, 53. And then I get all of this as well. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's fine. Okay. So we can go in here. I suppose the blue note could still be just in like the next chamber or something like that. Okay. So now that opens there. Suppose here is where we really need to start checking carefully, but I kind of suspect they're going to make us go the whole way. I kind of suspect that that's the thing. This is a busy room. It could be anywhere. And then this one opens that. Okay. Yeah, I think... Oh, it's there! Huh. So actually we don't have to do the whole thing. Interesting. Ah, so they make us do part of it, but not the whole thing. If an item would be spread into the chamber of mirrors, 4 of those items are spread instead. Hang on. But how? Oh, right, just through regular spreading. Ah, all right. So if we spread throughout the house rather than into the conference room, and if it happens to go in the chamber of mirrors, oh, that's cool. So actually, that's an interesting possible way to like get more fruit or get more money. It is a really good room in that regard. It's just a tricky room, but yeah, so many advantages to this room. Okay. Nice. Well, that is the final as far as I'm aware, and I'll make sure I double check before I definitely throw this away forever. But that is the final non-classroom blue memo, I think. All right, I'm back from a big break. I had to go and have dinner, actually, so I really just had to leave it there. Yeah, but I'm back. I'm back having done a little bit of thinking about a couple of things, including, like my next couple of moves, as well as some other things, like taking a look at the family core. What is it called? Like the cryptography puzzle, as well. And I've sort of tried a few things that I'm at the beginning of some of my puzzling on that already. But I actually will notice, I will mention right here that I noticed something I didn't notice, when I was looking at it, in the video before, that sand appears twice. So that's hella interesting. Sand appears twice. So anyway, I've already started doing some analysis on that. I haven't made it anywhere big yet. So that'll, no doubt there'll be a lot more to report at the beginning of the next episode. As for right here, right now, though, the very first thing that I thought of is, well, hang on, this note itself has just told me that spread items will be here. There'll be 4 copies of them. Oh my God. So I thought, I'm actually so glad I took that break, because I don't think I might not have necessarily thought of this before the break. Oh my God. And it just occurred to me when I was, at some point I was like, well, hang on, if it's telling me, that items spread in this room will be duplicated 4 times, maybe it's a wink wink, there'll be 4 notes. But it's just 4 of the same note. Okay. Nevertheless, I'm really glad I tried that. I mean, that's super cool. That's super cool. So actually, you do need to make it into one of these chambers. Yeah, but you can make it into any one of them. All right, that's really cool. That's really interesting. So no, I've already opened these. Forgot about that. Okay. All right. So the next. Have I done this one? Yes, I have. Okay, I've done all of them. So the next question for me is, from this point, what to do with the rest of the day. I have 2 more spaces here I can draft on. I already know the number one thing I want to try to get on these spaces, and that is a second treasure trove. Thankfully, I'm at least well set up to have a good go at it. Finally, I have Chamber of Mirrors, I have Treasure Trove, and I have 2 spaces to attempt this on. I mean, the other thing I could do is, of course, try to complete the Chamber of Mirrors by making sure I get rooms that can access, this room and to go up the top again. Well, actually, I can go up the top here as well. Can I already access the corners? Oh, maybe I can. Okay. But the thing is, I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be the same. Let's look. All right. So it's another observatory. Honestly, tempting. I want to be careful with not... Thanks. I want to be careful with not, overpopulating the draft pool. So, these are good rooms. Thanks. These are good rooms, but do I want another copy of them in the draft pool? So it's den or observatory. Here's the question, if I get another observatory, does that just mean, is it effectively doing the work? So I assume if I drafted a second observatory, I would at least get another star, which is useful. But is it worth ruining the draft pool just to get one other star when I have so many other ways of getting them? And especially when the best way of getting them, as far as I know, is through experiments and being able to get a whole bunch in one go. I don't think it's necessarily worth putting another observatory into the pool for that. I suppose my other question is, if I did draft a second observatory, would it be effectively like just getting the telescope power in the observatory, as in it just doubles the same constellations you already got from the first one? And of course, that, as far as I can tell, that doesn't really seem to work for at least many of them. You know, like you'll get more gems, you'll get more keys if you get those ones, but like you're not going to get a double sail. I don't think, anyway. So, yeah, I don't think it's really worth it. And because I feel like at this stage the game has told me the den is nothing and I only get one gem from it, it's a very good room. Like, it's a great room. I love more 3-door rooms. Excellent. But, you know, I got a lot. I've got a lot already. Being up here, though, does remind me of one thing. Okay. So what I'll say is that I already know what I'm going to do before the next episode, which is at this stage, I still have a few more blue memos to get from the classrooms, and I definitely have God knows how many more, treasure trove memos to get as well. So there's still plenty of that stuff going on. However, I really have to have a serious think about like what I think this cryptography puzzle could relate to. And one of my ways of tackling this, I think, is going to be, so I'll talk about this at the beginning of this episode, but I think I've figured out what my plan is. I think my way of tackling this, one of them, is that I'm going to have a really serious think about what are some of the remaining puzzles and unknowns that I have some knowledge or suspicion about in this game. And I'm going to kind of try to really bring them to front of mind so that I can, think there might be things I've long forgotten about, And so one of them is right here. Like, it is that I still find the way the arrow acts within the Chamber of Mirrors to be very suspicious, because we don't get this. Originally when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's because we're up high. Like the arrow has gone from yellow to black because we're in an upper floor. But it doesn't do that in other high places. It doesn't do that in Clock Tower, right? So a black arrow, I find this very suspicious. I don't know what to do with this information, but just some things, all of the various memos I've gotten around the place, like the IOO, thing, the freaking cat thing in the kennel, the name of the dogs. Like, I want to just kind of collectively think of all of these various unsolved mysteries and suspicions so that I can kind of see if I can make any new connections from that. I've also started writing out a list, and this is going to be sort of more of a long-term thing, right? But I've also started writing out a list of rooms in the house that I would be interested in trying to put in the West Wing via the Blessing of the Monk. I only have this one for today, so I'm going to have to, get it again or even get another blessing in between. Obviously, I'm going to try for the Arinda Aries thing as well. I just need to sort of plan that a little bit. Just to sort of keep testing it out, I suppose. But I've sat down and started having a think about it, and I've got some rooms I'm seriously very curious, for one reason or another, to try in the West Room, including, so top of my list is Throne Room, because Throne Room is still one of the most interesting rooms and clearly full of mysteries. I still don't know what to do with this room. I don't know what Reclaim the Crown means. I don't know. I don't think I've done it in whatever the way this room means. Clock tower. What the hell? Like this occurred to me in the break I was taking before. What the hell happens if I put clock tower in the west path? It is a very tall room. Like, what does that look like? Does it work? You know, here's the other thing. What does the view from clock tower look like in the west path? And Chamber of Mirrors is also on this list, pretty high up. Though I acknowledge that it might be the most useless room to put in the west path as well, because it might just mean like, oh, you just get to the button and then you're stuck, right? Like you can't reach any of the other sides. Fair enough, I get that. But it is a very compelling, interesting room in many ways as well, right? So, but then, of course, room 8. What happens if you put room 8 in the outer room position? Attic. Attic is another high room. I mean, it's high-ish. What happens if you put attic in there? Secret passage. Maybe secret passage. Something interesting. Does it do a secret passage somewhere extra if you put it in the outer room? Maybe it just looks at rock, you know, of course. Like most things, I would expect that's going to be the case, but curious. Wine cellar. Wine cellar goes down, sort of like shelter does. And I guess root cellar does. Not necessarily hugely suspicious of that, but I'm curious. And then tunnel. Freaking tunnel. Which I've hardly had a chance to really, you know, do effectively yet. What if you put tunnel in the outer room? Again, maybe just surrounded by rock and goes nowhere. Totally get it. But, you know, secret garden. Does that work? Hang on, I don't have it anywhere here. But secret garden, does that work? Can I call it a day in secret garden and draft it in the outer room? Maybe not, because maybe, you know, like I guess the whole condition, I'm guessing that some of them just don't work, because the condition for this one is that you need the secret garden key to get in there. So you probably, it's not going to just appear as a draftable room. I'm curious, but I guess it probably doesn't work, I guess is what I'm saying. Similarly, conservatory, because it's a corner room. I'd be curious to see if it's possible to get it in the outer room, but I suspect because it's a corner room, I don't know. Does this count as a corner? I don't know. Same with freezer. I would imagine that because freezer, you can't draft 2 days in a row, you probably can't call it a day in freezer and then have it draftable from the outer room, just fundamentally. But curious. Ladyship's chamber. Find that still a very, very mysterious, curious room. Bunk room. I have many questions about bunk room. Servants' quarters. I've avoided calling it a day in servants' quarters this whole time, despite being sort of told by the game kind of twice about it. You know, initially in Clara's diary, where she said she woke up with half her steps, you know, as well as a redraw die in her pocket. But I'm like, man, I don't want to wake up with half my steps tomorrow. That sounds crappy. So that's been my reason for avoiding it. Then even in the staff announcements, you know, when they were telling us about calling it a day in rooms there, that was the one that was mentioned. It was like Hartley, it was something like Hartley mentions, you know, that you could sleep in his room. Or I don't think it was phrased that way, but you know what I mean? Like, so, but then the fact that they've mentioned it twice does make me think, well, hang on, maybe there is something to it. Actually, maybe this is the game going, try calling it a day in, wink, wink, servants' quarters, wink, wink, Rebecca, go for it, you know? So, yeah, lavatory, of course, I'm obsessed with finding out secrets in lavatory. Vestibule, I don't know. So there's so many, right? Foyer. What happens, maybe the whole thing with foyer isn't drafting a room from foyer in the house. Maybe it's getting foyer out into the outer room, and maybe then something appears between the hands. So these are things I wonder. What about observatory? Like, does it look exactly the same? You know, does the roof, like does the telescope hole, I don't know what you call that, does the telescope hole look the same? Like, does the dome look the same? What if you put Dovecote, another very tall room out there? I don't know. So I have all of these questions and curiosities around this. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to add either of these rooms to my draft pool today. So we'll leave this one here. Let's see now. God, where was I? It doesn't really... So I have to draft this space from foundation. Surely, I've had 6 triggers. Surely all of the antechamber... I can probably draft from antechamber as well, actually. This one I have to draft from East Wing Hall. So... but I can't get through there. So, okay. I don't know if there's going to be any rhyme or reason like to where I should draft from. So I might as well just do here. So I'm just going to try as much as I can to try and get another treasure trove. If I could get 1 more, that'd be completely brilliant. If I could possibly get 2 more, that'd be unbelievable. Unbelievable. My concession prize, I'm wondering about. My, like what else would I go for? I've already got quite a lot of good tomorrow rooms today. So I could get something like sauna or whatnot. But I'm thinking maybe if I could get coat check and put key 8 in it, which is a key I have found, is definitely of greater interest than I previously thought. Maybe it continues to be of great interest. Maybe that could be a good use of key 8. So, yeah, considering that as well. Anyway. All right, treasure trove, come on. I'd really love to see you again. I guess the other thing is I could get showroom somewhere to get, to get good old moon pendant, which is excellent. Come on. All right, that's a little free redraw. All right, only a couple more goes with gems. There's good old coat check. However, I really want to try this as much as I possibly can. Okay. All right, so I'll start going through the redraws, but I suppose if coat check or showroom come up again, I will go for those. I could even put this here, get the 6 redraw die, and then use more redraws on the next spot. That's maybe not a bad move, actually. I'm going to do that. Okay. God, this is so good. This is such a good room. Anything else? Hey, my old friend. Love how it just has a tombstone telling me to die. So polite. So polite. Okay, and now that's all. It's interesting to see that all boarded up, because I normally draft from there. It's so rare that I would... It's probably my very first time to have ever drafted from the south antechamber door, actually. I really think it is. Okay. This one, we need to go through here. It may even give me the option to put Secret Garden here, but why would I do that? Why would I do that? It could work out that if I'm not able to get treasure trove, getting showroom could be good, because today is a day that I have the Secret Garden key, and if moon pendant could possibly save this one for me, yeah, it's a chance to have Secret Garden key like at the beginning of the day as well. Which doesn't come up very often, because I usually if I have the key, I usually use it. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Tunnel. I mean, it's a chance to try tunnel in the outer room, but it's not the chance I want to go for today. Okay. Goodbye, gymnasium. Master bedroom. Always find you very fascinating. I'm sorry. Come on, treasure trove. Come on, treasure trove. One sec. Let me just check something. I have... yeah, man, I have definitely made Treasure Trove commonplace. Come on. There's good old coat check and showroom. And a showroom. But I have 2 more gem redraws and 9 die redraws to go through. So I can't give up yet. Alright, now we're just going through the die. There's so many chances to do something else interesting. Come on, my commonplace treasure trove. Maybe it won't let you draft it twice. Maybe there's something about it. There's something about treasure trove. That sneaky treasure trove. I only have one more go. Casino is one of the possibilities as well of putting it in my outer room so that I can start the day with casino so that I can use that to get rid of my money at the start of the day more easily if I want to try the Orinda Aries thing. The problem, I suppose, with the way I'm thinking about it now is I think I need to go into that. I might be wrong, but I think from how I'm currently understanding the notes that we've seen in what did I call it? Aries Court. Aries Court is what I mean. The Aries Court thing. I think I need to have Southern Cross for that. So I need to sort of at least. I think I can give it a go, but I'd like to sort of go, there's I know that there's a good chance I'll have Southern Cross in the sky tomorrow. And that's it. All right. Okay, so I didn't manage to get any of my concessions either, and that's that. So might as well do, I suppose, my favorite of those 3 rooms. Oh, I probably shouldn't pick... well, it doesn't matter, does it? I don't have the moon pendant. So I can pick up anything I want. It's not going to make any difference. What else? Oh, car keys. Great. Cool. Thank you. Room. We're on the T-spot. The T-spot with the T-shirt. Okay. All right. Well, it was a brilliant day. I cannot complain about that. We managed to get the Chamber of Mirrors blue memos, and the most amazing thing of all by far was figuring out where to put key 8 to get this incredible, totally mysterious, I still have the question, is what I discovered the family core? Is the number the family core? Is the specific security box in the vault the family core? I don't know. Either way, we've discovered this, what did they call it? The cryptography puzzle. It's absolutely phenomenal. All right. So I have a choice. I have my one last day with Blessing of the Monk today, and maybe I can renew it tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow I'll get Schoolhouse or something like that. But I at least have the option to either, as normal, finish in break room, start with the key card, always great. I have the option as well to finish in study, give that a go, maybe. And it just gives me the option. I might still choose tomorrow to pick Shrine again or something else, but it is the option. It is the option for a study. So yeah, actually, it's a little bit of a playground of options for calling it a day. Oops, what did I just do? No, one more. Oh, actually, I probably could have gone through closed exhibit. Oh well. Anyway, I want to go through dining room. This is what I was counting on. Okay, yeah, this thing as well. This thing as well. Another unsolved mystery right here. Are you a C? Are you a G? It's so hard to tell. But even if you are, do you relate to this puzzle? Do you relate to my cryptography words? I don't know. I'm gonna do some more thinking about it. So we're going gallery, throne room, down to study. Down to study. Throne room. Is there anything that you like about key 8? In your nights? You know, a candle? Can I unlock a candle? Can I unlock the... I don't think so. You know? Do you like key 8? Do you have any thoughts on this whatsoever? Yeah, I'm not even really sure. Like, I love having the option to start tomorrow with study, but I'm not even sure that I will want to use it because I might go for schoolhouse. I need to have that in the outer room, of course, to be able to get the other classrooms. And the thing with the classrooms is I don't really need study for that. Like, they come very easily. In fact, spending the gems is actually more of a problem with classrooms. So, yeah. So, to be honest, if I am planning on getting schoolhouse, it's probably better to start the day with, like, trophy room. You know, just get a bunch of gems, you know. But then I wouldn't be able to do that anyway because I need schoolhouse. So, anyway, so we'll call it a day here. I'm just having one last think. Is there any last thing I can think to try? I cannot. I can't do any more drafting. I can't secure any other rooms. I feel like, you know, we've done the treasure map. I think it's all I can think of. It's all I can think of for now. Yep. All right. No, it's all I can think. It's all I can really think of. So let's call it a day. An incredible day. I cannot believe how this worked out today. Royal Shopping Centre of the Dead. Sounds great. Sounds like a really fun Halloween movie. Throne room, 5 shop rooms, 14 dead end rooms. I've never had a hugely high number of dead rooms, as in getting towards the 20 or the 21, whichever of the two I need to meet. Anyway, something to think about for later. But wow. I cannot believe that came together. I mean, I knew that the key 8 was like my best guess. And I'd come up with a list of other best guess kind of rooms and places to maybe try it on that I had reasons for. However, I said this before, but the magical series of things I feel that had to go right there for that all to come together is pretty incredible. And it's wonderful to be here. And now I have a puzzle to work on that my amazing, granduncle, Herbert could not figure out, despite being the son of the Baroness, and growing up with her, despite working on it for 3 decades and being, the Baron of the Bafflers, all of that. I now have to, it's in Simon's little hands, his little 15-year-old hands, to now work on this puzzle and figure it out. We will do our absolute utmost. I am going to go full steam ahead on this thing. Really looking forward to playing around with it, but in the meantime as well, also trying many other things, and as always, just having fun with this game. And experimenting and getting more information and moving forward as we always eventually do. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And of course, if you've been enjoying, a like for the video, subscribes for the channel, and any comments I always love and appreciate so much. All right, good night, goodbye, farewell, see you then.